Dear learners, in this session, we are going to discuss most important questions from Module 5. The subject is Introduction to Electrical Engineering. We are going to cover the following topics through the questions like domestic wiring, electricity bill, equipment safety, as well as personal safety. These are the things we are going to cover the session. So let me show you the important question first. The first question is explain with the neat circuit diagram and switching table for two-way control of lamp. Where does it use? When you get a question like explain the two-way control of lamp, you have to explain with the help of this particular diagram. This circuit diagram is important. So phase neutral, that is AC supply, we are providing single phase AC supply. We have two switches at different position, S1 and S2 respectively. And we are controlling a single lamp by using two switches at a distinct position. That is called a two-way control of lamp. How does it work? You can operate this. Okay. Here you have to mention the condition. So when A, B and D is on, what is going to happen? The lamp is set to on condition. Okay. Then AB. Then AB and DF. So AB and DF. At that time, what is going to happen? The lamp will be off. Okay. Like that, you have to write the conditions. Fine. So look at the circuit diagram and write down the condition. Where does it use? It is mainly used at the staircases. You can see the staircase. Okay, it's also known as staircase wiring. Okay, so remember this. The truth table also you have to remember. Fine. Okay. Second question is define tariff. List the objectives of tariff. The tariff is actually defined as rate at which electrical energy is supplied to a consumer. That is the definition of tariff. So major objectives of the tariff, you can write the following thing. See, to electrical energy is sold such that the rate so that it's not only return of the cost, but also earns the reasonable profit. Okay. And the profit is required for every business organization. Then recovery of the cost of producing electrical energy and other power station. Recovery of cost of capital investment. The recovery of cost of operation and maintenance. Ultimately to obtain the reasonable profit. These are the major objectives of the tariff. That point also you have to remember. Explain the working principle of fuse. List the merit and demerits of fuse. See, you have to explain what is a fuse. So it is mainly used for the protection of equipments, and it's a piece of thin metal wire made up of tin and lead. It will always connect series to the circuit. One of the cheapest, simplest, and oldest protective devices, mainly used for overload and short circuit condition. Protect the load or circuit against overload. And we need to consider the fusing factor. There are different varieties of fuse. This is the way how the fuse is going to connect. As you can observe, fuse will always connect series to the load. Okay, this point also you have to remember. Okay, these are the things. Then what are the advantages and disadvantages? Cheapest form of protection. It follows inverse time characteristics. So that means if you plot the current and time, we'll be getting a hyperbolic graph. That means for more current, the fusing time is very less. It is fastly it is going to operate. Okay, these are the drawbacks. Another one is actually calculation of the load calculation. The house comprises of two bulbs of 100 watts. So what you can do is 2 into 100, right? 2 into 100 plus 3 bulbs of 60 watts. 3 into 60 plus 1 fluorescent lamp of 40 watts. 1 into 40 watts. This is a total power, correct? And if they are using for 4 hours, find the monthly consumption. So 4 hours, okay, we are using with the 4 hours. How many days in a month? 30 days. 30 days in a month. So what is the per unit cost? 2.70. So that you will be getting the total cost. So find the monthly consumption of charge at rupees 2.70. This is the calculation. Okay, please work out. Any confusion you can put up in the comment box. I'm here to help you out. This is power, total energy is equal to power into time. That's the concept. Another question is explain with the neat circuit diagram and switching table for three-way control of lamp. Where does it use? So three-way control of lamp, I'm going to show you. So three-way control of lamp. So it is mainly used at the places where long corridor is available. It is also known as jail type wiring. So we have three switches, S1, then we have S2, and this is called the intermediary switch. There is an intermediate switch. Intermediate switch is having two positions. One is called a straight connection, other one is called a cross connection. For straight connection, PQ and RS will be connected, whereas cross connection, PS and RS will be connected. So we are using separately for straight connection and cross connection. Hope it is clear. So this is actually also known as jail wiring, which I already mentioned. So here the scenario is we have to use the we have to write the truth table actually. So we can fill up that particular table that is needed. Explain need diagram of working of diagram and working of miniature circuit breaker. The circuit breaker make and break the circuit. That's the concept. It is more advanced rather than the fuse. It is having fixed contact and moving contact. Whenever a fault is occurred, the moving contact is separated from the fixed contact. So these are the pros and cons. Okay, you can see the structure of MCB, how it look like. Okay, the major functions already mentioned over here. All right. So these are the information you have to convey during the. Similarly, another type of problem which I already shown you once how to solve it. Okay, the total consumption. Here, remember that this 100 watts you have to convert into kilowatts. Why? Because all the quantity they have given in the kilowatts. So remember that point. Rest of the things are fine. Then define the unit. What do you mean by what is the commercial unit of electrical energy? It is also known as kilowatt hour, or it is called a unit. Okay, commercial unit. Similarly, what are the desirable characteristics of tariff and a two-part tariff? That is also important. I will let you know how to answer. The two-part tariff you have to focus. So here, two-part tariff comprises of two segments. So one is actually called fixed charges, other one is called running charges. Fixed charges are depending on the maximum demand, and the running charge will be depending on how many number of units consumed. So you can use the calculation. The total charge is equal to formula you have to remember. This is a formula. B into KW kilowatt hour, sorry, kilowatts plus C into kWh. kWh means kilowatt hour energy. KW means the maximum demand power. kWh means energy consumed. Okay. So B means it's a constant charge per kW. C means charge per kWh. These are the points you have to remember. This formula is important to solve the numerical example as well. Now we'll move on to other questions. So with a neat circuit diagram, explain the switching table of two-way and three-way control of lamp. We already discussed it. Then list out the power rating of household appliances, including air condition, PCs, laptop, printers, etc. Find the total power consumed. It is very easy only. I will show you how to answer this. So let me share the screen. Okay. So look at the table. Study this table. So at least you can do the calculation. How to calculate? Suppose one TV means 1 into 17 watts. One air purifier, 1 into 25 watts. But two ceiling fan means 2 into 60 watts. So one air conditioner, 1 into 1000 watts. Like that you can add. Okay, finally, if they provided the time for 24 hours means multiply with the 24 hours to calculate the energy. Energy is nothing but power into time. If you mention about the per unit charge, like 3.7, 3 rupees, 70 paise, that you have to multiply. That's all. Very simple. So 12th one we already covered. 13th one mentioned the different type of wiring used in domestic application. That is also important. For this type of questions, you have to explain the four important type of wiring: batten wiring, cleat wiring, wooden casing and caping wiring, conduit wiring like this. What is batten wiring? Then wooden casing and caping. Then later you have to explain about conduit wiring, two type of conduit wiring, concealed and surface conduit wiring. So all the points you have to explain. Is it okay? Then like that you can plan. Cleat wiring also you have to explain at the end. This is the way how the cleat wiring look like. So working of fuse with diagram, that is already covered. Same problem, I think we have already similar kind of problem we solved. Define unit. Unit is nothing but it's a commercial unit of electricity unit. So 1 unit is equal to, so 1 unit. How can we write 1 unit? 1 unit is nothing but 1 kilowatt hour. This is very important. Okay. That means energy consumed. And it's a commercial unit of electricity. So what is earthing? why earthing is required. With the help of a neat sketch, explain the pipe or plate type of earthing. That is also very important. Either you can expect a pipe earthing or plate earthing. As you can observe, the earthing you can observe, the earthing is mainly used for personal safety. Okay, so non-current carrying metal part should be earthed properly. You can use the continuous connection between non-current carrying part of the electrical wiring to the earth using a continuous conductor. Purpose of earthing we have mentioned. Okay, what is the purpose of earthing? Two type of earthing: plate earthing and pipe earthing. In plate earthing, the specifications are already given. You can follow this diagram for the plate earthing. Okay. Then you have to mention about why we are adding like charcoal, then salt in that particular plate. What are the reasons? And the dimensions also you have to mention. Okay. These are very important. Even competitive examination also you can see various type of questions. In pipe earthing, you can mention the structure like this. Okay. So all the details are provided. Kindly go through once. Okay. Electric shock and short note on precautions against electric shock. This is also very important. The electrical shock, that is a sudden discharge of electricity through a part of body, that is called electric shock. So here I have given the details. What is electric shock? Then different magnitudes of current and how it is impacting on the human body. Then what are the precautions? Go for at least 10 precautions. There are different precautions which I already provided. See, at least 5 to 10 precautions you can go through that. Remember those 10 precautions. Okay, there are many precautions. At least remember 10, 8 to 10 precautions. Okay, so that is more than sufficient. Okay. So we covered two-way control of lamp, three-way control of lamp, different type of wiring. All right, and two-way, three-way control of lamp with that table, and the necessity of MCB, earthing, then shock precautions. Okay, necessity of earthing. Okay, those points we already covered. So next is you have to go through all the points very clearly and post the video wherever you want to, wherever you want to have a break and go. You can note down. It is better to note down in spite of taking print out or something like that. It is always better to note down so that you will understand. You will learn. Try to draw the diagrams, especially for two-way, three-way, then plate earthing, pipe earthing, then fuse. Okay, those things. Try to mention the diagram. So happy learning. I wish you all the very best for your exams.